Today, we will be comparing all of these three mesh Wi-Fi systems. Here on the left hand side, you have the Ubiquiti Amplifi HD Gamers Edition. Next is the Eero 6 Plus. Lastly, we have the TP-Link Deco X20. I can tell you right off the bat, these two are the clear winner. Eero 6 Plus and TP-Link X20. I don't want to waste your time, but this is it. These two are it. You would think Amplifi, with their name brand and the crazy $550 retail price tag, would be the clear winner, but no, this is not. The problem, or the reason why this is not the clear winner, is because these two extender does not have Ethernet backhaul. In the back of them, they don't have an Ethernet jack to go back into this main router box thingy majiggy. Meanwhile, these two brands have Ethernet backhaul. While I don't believe you need Ethernet backhaul to make them work, but you really need Ethernet backhaul to make the speed flies, and you'll see why. Here's a diagram of my house. We have the first floor, second floor, and third floor. This is the front of the house, and this is the back of the house. The first floor is wide open. There are no walls whatsoever to obstruct the Wi-Fi signal. On the first floor, we have the Verizon Fios modem. It's near the kitchen. So that's where we will be installing the router here and then the extender here on the second floor back and on the second floor front. In the speed test, we'll be measuring this area, this area, this area, and this area. Well, we know that the router will be here, so the speed should be the same. So that's why I forgot to do the speed test for Ubiquiti for you guys. But I can assure you it was fast here as well. This speed test only cares about 2.4 gigahertz. Why is that? Well, because in my house, there's IoT devices everywhere. These IoT devices use Wi-Fi 2.4 gigahertz only. I don't know when IoT devices will start using 5 gigahertz, but for now, they're stuck on 2.4 gigahertz, and this is what we'll have to do with it. This whole speed test is just for 2.4 gigahertz. Let's take a look at the first floor. My apologies, I forgot to do the speed measurement for Amplifi HD when I'm sitting next to the router itself. But when I'm sitting next to a router for the Eero and a TP-Link, they're roughly about the same, as you can see. Let's go on to the second floor in the back of the house. This is where the Amplifi HD just goes straight down the cliff. Even with the extender located in the same second floor back room, you can see that the speed for 2.4 gigahertz is just 6.8 download, 25 and 80.4 for TP-Link. I think this is a fluke because TP-Link has an issue whereby it doesn't roam. It's still stuck on a first floor router. So that's why the speed was really low. But if you wait a while, maybe like 5-10 minutes, your phone will jump onto the TP-Link located on the second floor back. And when it does catch up with the second floor, the speed will go back up to about 25-30. I'll give props to Eero because Eero, you can go walk around the house and your device will jump to the nearest Eero with the higher signal. That's impressive. The second floor front room, even though the extender of the Amplifi is in the same room, I'm not getting the speed that I want to be at. Here you can see it's very slow. Meanwhile, the Eero 6 and the TP-Link perform flawlessly. Let's go up to the third floor. The third floor in the back is now piggyback on the Amplifi mesh extender that's located on the second floor. The speed is roughly about the same as previously, but you can see that the speed for Eero and TP-Link is still surpassed that of the Amplifi. Finally, the third floor in the front, the Amplifi is the worst. We're seeing speed in the kilobits per second. Meanwhile, Eero and TP-Link are flawless. So what's the moral of the story? When you buy mesh Wi-Fi system, make sure that there's an Ethernet jack in the back of these Wi-Fi extender. And that way you can just run the cable, Ethernet cable, back to the main router that's connected to your Verizon modem or Comcast or whatever system you're on. The Ubiquiti system is actually pretty good, but because it doesn't have Ethernet backhaul, these mesh Wi-Fi extender of Ubiquiti just can't pull the data or amplify the signal back to other rooms. That's why the speed was really bad. Here's a close-up in the back of the Eero mesh extender. You can see that there's two Ethernet jacks, and one of these is being used to go straight back into the main router of the Eero. Hopefully you found this tutorial helpful in deciding what mesh Wi-Fi system to invest in. I'm not saying that Eero and TP-Link are the best of the best, but in this comparison, it is what it is. They are two of the best out of the three that we compare against. I'm going to have an in-depth review of the Eero and the TP-Links later, as well as the Ubiquiti system. There are some cons to the Eero as well as some cons to the TP, but for 90% of the people out there that's buying it, these two are more than good enough. Hopefully you found this tutorial and quick review useful. I really appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, and thanks for watching.